Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday afternoon here on January 6th, 2018. Last Sunday was New Year's Eve. That's when Jake the Snake Roberts was here in Saskatoon. I never heard about this promotion. It was CWE, Canadian Wrestling Elite. Just like I never heard of Ringside Wrestling when Chris Masters was here. How I heard about how Jake Roberts was coming when WWE Live was here, and I think in October when I went, there was somebody put in a little tiny slip on people's windshields, like on the wiper blades, on the wipers. So as I came out, I saw that. So as soon as I heard that Jake Roberts was coming here on December 31st at the Cosmo Civic Center here in Saskatoon, I'm going to be all over that because, there's not too many wrestlers that I grew up watching that are still around today. So meeting a WWE Hall of Famer and a legend like Jake the Snake Roberts, was something else. So obviously, I was talking to my sister-in-law and kind of told her, it's like, I like to take Bryce and he can meet a WWE legend. And so my sister-in-law was okay. So she was okay with that. So I took my nephew Bryce, and that was Bryce's first small wrestling event, and he really enjoyed himself. They were also having a New Year's Eve party too, but there was not really many kids there, so it was not a big deal. So we left about 5:45, and we got to the Cosmo Civic Center, and we were standing in line, and I guess they started opening up the doors at 6 o'clock. And the event started at 7, so it gave us a whole hour to, look at stuff. There was like we were standing in line, there was like a tiny TV monitor that had video cameras, and it was kind of showing a whole bunch of stuff. So we got up to the entrance. Everybody obviously bought tickets. I guess you could have purchased tickets online. And for regular admission, it was $17 plus $2 fee. And then for the VIP, it was like $20, and then $4 fees. And it's like, well, that was stupid. But I went on Facebook and said, you can pay $20 at the door. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. Well, we got there, and it was $25 for me and my nephew Bryce. $25 each, so it was $50. My personal opinion, I thought that was a little bit high because it said $20 at the door. So if it would have said $6, if you came in at 6 o'clock, that's $25. But if you come at 6:30, it'd be $20. So I think Canadian Wrestling Elite should kind of have better purchasing ticket prices on their Facebook page. I thought $25 for an adult was fair, but $25 for a 9-year-old, in my opinion, seems awfully high. I think anybody that should be under 12 and under should get like $10 or $5. So $25 for an adult is fine, but paying another $25 for a kid that's that is 9 years old, in my opinion, is kind of highway robbery. I thought that was a little bit high, but anyway, that's just my opinion. So maybe Canadian Wrestling Elite can kind of lower the prices on children, because that's awfully extremely high for 9-year-old kids. Anybody that's under maybe 12 and under can get $10 or something. But anyway, we got there. Jake the Snake Roberts was already signing autographs and everything. I already got my wrestling DVD signed, and it was stuff like that. So anyway, they had wrestling masks that I picked up. I picked one up at High Impact Wrestling there a few years ago. Never went back to HIW. Last time I was there, it was when Matt Striker was there, so that was the last time I went to HIW. But so they had the masks, and then this the guy that did the place, I guess he's the champion. I forget his name. But he had a whole crap load of DVDs, like wrestling DVDs, and Bryce was looking at him. He's like, holy crap, Uncle, this is a lot of DVDs. And I'm like, going through every single one of them. I pretty much have every single one that was on that table. Like anything that was on that table, I told Bryce, I said I most likely have. The only one that I never had that I saw was WrestleMania 17, Survivor Series 2001, WWE Before the Superstars Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I gotta go back on my Microsoft Works and check if I have those 2 DVDs. They're coming back in May, so I might take my nephew there again. And then I might take my other nephew, nephew Evan. I might take him too. He might enjoy it. But the prices for those DVDs, I thought that was extremely high. He had DVDs from 40 to 60. In my opinion, some of the DVDs that he had was a little bit overpriced. I know the 2001 DVDs like Survivor Series and WrestleMania 17, they were $70. So, but they were pretty much average on eBay. That's how much they kind of go for. Sometimes a little bit higher, but the rest of them were a little bit overpriced. I didn't even pay that much money when they came out in Walmart. I think I paid like $25 and stuff like that. So I thought that his DVDs were a little bit overpriced. And then Cowboy Creed guy there, that guy that was at Ringside Wrestling, that was also at HIW, he was there, and stuff like that. So we found 2 seats. So after we kind of looked through the DVDs and shaking some guy's hand, this guy also had Goldberg t-shirts, but they were like extra large and large, so obviously way too big for me, way too big for my nephew Bryce. So we were standing in line, and then we grabbed 2 seats. So I kind of took my Honda jacket off and threw it over the jacket of the chair there, and stood in line and picked up, and then got Jake Roberts' autograph. His prices were not too bad. I got an 8x10 autograph, personal DVD autographed, and a photo with him. So for $50, that was not too bad. Also, Jake was doing combos if you bought like a t-shirt and stuff. Stuff like that. So $50 for like an 8x10, a personal autograph thing from him, and a photo with Jake Roberts. $50, that was a pretty damn good price. So that was not too bad. So the guy's pretty big, 6'5". So it was me and my nephew Bryce. Jake was doing like 2 poses with the adults. One pose was like this, and then the other pose was obviously flipping the middle finger off. So he was doing those 2 poses. So it was kind of entertaining. And then obviously I got an 8x10. And got this personally autographed. I just got this autographed. I had it all out and everything. The guys like wanted to know if he can get that autograph, and Jake's like, get it out, eh? And it's like, well, yeah, you should have it out. So I think he signed his booklet, and then he signed the DVD. I just got him to sign this one, so that's pretty awesome. So I got him to sign Pick Your Poison, and that was pretty much the name of the tour. So that was pretty awesome. I told talking to Jake and stuff like that, it was freaking awesome. He also did so once we got once we got pictures and stuff, we went and sat down. It was about 6:30, and we sat down, and Bryce was asking if he was gonna be involved in it. I said, well, when wrestlers most likely come, they mostly have like an interaction. They'll have like something. They'll have like a run-in or something, and that's what he did. I did a video on my cell phone of Jake Roberts doing the DDT. So that was pretty awesome, and that was pretty cool. So they did the first one. It was like an hour. They did an hour show, and then they did intermission. And then I went back because I saw a whole bunch of binders with autographs. And the same guy that had a whole bunch of DVDs. And I was like overpriced, but I'm going, flipping through them and whatever, and I came up across this one. So this one, he was charging $25. And it all depends on the wrestler. So I got myself an autograph of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And the ones that were not autographed were like $5. So some of them were like, I think Mickey James was $70. Yeah, like a lot of Ricky Dragon Steamboats. Ted DiBiase, Angelina Love, Victoria, and then Tara in TNA and stuff like that. And then they had another, it was like another hour, and then it was done about 10 to 9. So, all in all, my nephew had a fun time. It was awesome. And he went home, like as soon as I took the picture, I sent it to my sister-in-law, and she, oh, very nice. And so we went back, and it was pretty cool. He was telling all, his auntie and uncles that, hey, I met Jake the Snake Roberts and all that stuff. So it's something that he can remember, and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he had fun. They do plan on coming back, I think, in May. So I'm just might take two of my nephews there. But if it's going to be $25 per person, like for myself and Bryce, and then my nephew's like 5 years old. So if you're charging $25 for a 5-year-old kid, then I'm like, oh, the heck with it then, because I'm not spending $25 on that. That's ridiculous. But anyways, meeting Jake Roberts, it was one of my top things in 2017. Besides going to the 2 wrestling events this year. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, me and Jake Roberts was fantastic. I loved it. It's a treasure thing that I'm going to definitely hold to my heart, and same with my nephew Bryce. And that was the experience that I had with Jake Roberts. It was awesome. Fortunately, it was colder than hell. It was like minus some below. But other than that, it was awesome. They also did like a party over at... they were taking everybody out somewhere at the party and whatever and stuff like that, so that was good. Jake was awesome to meet. WWE legend, Hall of Famer, something that really don't, it's something that you might not see again. So and like I said, all the wrestlers that I grew up with, like Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Big Boss Man, Mr. Perfect, they're all Rick Rude, they all they're all passing away. So meeting Jake the Snake Roberts, I think Diamond Dallas Page, big hat goes off to him, because I think if it wasn't for Diamond Dallas Page, I don't think Jake Roberts would be here. I think Diamond Dallas Page had a lot to do with Jake the Snake Roberts getting back on track and everything. He did the same thing with Scott Hall. So no matter if you hit the bottom, there is hope, and you just gotta keep going, But yeah, that was me. That was me and my nephew Bryce meeting Jake the Snake Roberts. Freaking awesome. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and hopefully we can keep making this channel better. And we'll see you guys for more videos. Thanks for watching.